I'm gonna email to you, bro. What's your email again?
You see the chat? I'll type it in the chat.
www.very-italian-guy. I'll send it.
Spaghetti and meatballs at gmail.com.
Go put some extra mozzarella on my shit. You sound like you're distant. Am I right, Static? Or do we hear air coming from somewhere? Where's the air coming from?
There's a lot of background noise going on over there.
Can you hear me now?
yeah, we can hear you.
I'm getting my drink on.
Where you at? You in the bathroom? No, just playing. I'm okay now.
Yo, stupid.
Let's do this goddamn interview.
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
DJ Static.
Welcome to the Chop Shop.
Welcome to the Chop Shop.
If you didn't make a screw face right now, something's wrong with you.
I'm Eddie James. And next to me is my trusty, very Italian, super duper DJ, amazing
yes, sir.
person, DJ React.
And more importantly, we got a treat.
Yes, we do.
We got the big homie DJ Static.
What up?
Locked in. Yo, this shit right here, bro. The ReSwing King is in the building. That's all you need to know. And trust me, you're going to find out over the next hour and a half.
Yes,
or so.
he is. Let me repeat. The ReSwing King is at the Chop Shop. And
What up?
Yeah,
Yo,
what's up, brother?
What's up, man?
This
What's
is
up, bro? What's up, man?
What up, though?
Yo,
we finally get to talk about some wonderful
clap it up
things.
one time. Static.
Yes, give it up for DJ Static.
Oh my goodness, bro. Me and this guy go back a long time, man.
First of all, I appreciate y'all for having me up in here. Love it.
Yo,
Oh my God,
man, it's an honor.
It is a
For
true
real.
honor to have you on the Chop Shop. Like I said, I'm Eddie James, DJ React, and we got the one of the dopest producers I know,
Bro, the ReSwing King, man. It's
Yes,
the
man.
ReSwing King.
DJ Static,
It's
man.
the ReSwing King.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, React?
Yo,
Good?
I'm good, man. Sipping on
Oh my God, what are you
I know.
sipping on?
Bro, listen, I know. Yo,
That is
listen. Bud
Okay,
Light,
no. I get down with the Budweiser seltzer sodas.
hit us up,
Yeah,
man. Sponsor
hard
us.
soda.
Let's go. It's pretty good. It tastes like fucking Coca-Cola, to be honest with you. And it's not as carbonated. It's all right. It's not bad. No sugar.
Yeah, it has zero sugar.
100 calories.
Yeah, but that flavor is is that the cherry or the cola?
No, it's a cola.
The cola's terrible. I mean,
Really? It's my favorite one.
no good. The
Oh,
orange
man.
ones are the best, though.
We're going to have to hit him and tell him to send the fucking
shameless
pack of orange juice.
Hard soda.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the Chop Shop. We got my man DJ Static with us.
Yeah.
And, we're very honored. I am very honored. I came across DJ Static through DJ React, actually.
Yeah.
Just on the phone. And my old Guitar Center days, when I used to work at Guitar Center, early 2000s, about 2005.
I feel like every producer at some point ran through Guitar Center. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's exactly what I did. I came off the heels
Give me
of
that
like,
shit. Give me that shit. Cost. Yo, zero that shit out. Yeah, cost, everything.
I was younger and trying to figure out my way, and I was just like an in-house producer for a long time, and then I didn't have a job, and I was just like, I gotta work. I might as well just work at a place where I can get some equipment, some new equipment, and make some money. So I remember React, me playing beats, and then he was just like, yo, I know this producer, man. I did some scratches on the record of his, and it's funny because he played me your stuff, and I was like, yo, Static rings a bell. That name rings a bell. And I remember rest in peace, my good friend DJ Swell.
Swell, yeah, man. R.I.P.
Him and Kirk T had the battles. And I believe that you were in a few of those battles, right?
That was.
I used to run them shits back on YouTube faithfully.
Yeah.
Like yo, check out my guy. Check out my guy.
Yeah, man. So he played me music. I was like, yo, this is insane. And then for whatever reason, I either heard or saw how you flipped a Billie Jean record. You flipped it like 6 different ways.
Yeah, he sure did.
I was not jealous. I wasn't jealous, but I was just like, you know what? Listen, man, you know Static when we hear a record and you just like, man, I wish I did that.
Facts.
You know? Yeah.
It's funny because offline, I said to him, I said, yo, I could have sworn you flipped the Jeopardy theme song. And he was like, yep, I did. I'm like, oh, it's just coming from the same guy who flipped DuckTales. So, you know, anything. Yes. Yeah. Anything. This guy's ridiculous.
Yes. So actually this show is like, you know, we had Sean J on last week and
shouts to Sean J. Period. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful guy. But you're basically the epitome of what Chop Shop represents. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only a few people that I know that really can mangle records.
Yeah, and you're one of them.
And you're on that list. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Sonically, like, your shit just slaps differently than anybody else like I've ever heard.
Oh, there's no question. It's you know, there's flipping records. I flip records. We've all flipped records.
Yeah.
And then there's a DJ Static ReSwing that is.
We'll get into one of those.
Just when you think it's going to be predictable, like, oh, okay, you know, we know the parts of the records, and then all of a sudden it's completely different, and you have an impeccable ear for just chords. You know, we've worked together.
Right.
So we'll talk about that later on, man. But first and foremost, I just want to know, because I don't know personally your beginnings. I know obviously you came in as a DJ
Static.
If you can tell us how you got started and how it led to you producing.
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
DJ Static.
Yeah, you should definitely drop that periodically.
All right, so, well, I'm gonna make it brief, but in junior high school, I was actually part of a string orchestra.
Really?
And, yeah.
You played the strings? What'd you play?
I played violin. I started off with violin for like 6 months. I didn't like it. Then I moved to string bass, and after string bass, they moved me to electric bass. So I was doing yeah.
Can you see like a little a young Static in the background?
Like this?
Yeah,
Just hold the bass.
Looking like Rick Ross playing the bass.
Yeah, I was, I was a big kid too. Like I was like a big kid at the time. Just like, yo. So it's like having that, it was like a challenge, you know?
Yeah.
So I got into electric bass. Was playing at concerts for the school and everything. And then after that, I graduated, went to Cardinal Hayes. I was trying to get into the music program there.
Cardinal Hayes is a music high school in the Bronx, I'm guessing, because
it's just a high school, but they had like a music program there.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know personally, but
shout outs to Papa React, man. Papa React went to Cardinal Hayes.
Oh, anyways. Really?
Yeah,
okay,
sir.
That's right.
Cardinal
you guys
Hayes
both
grad.
Bronx natives.
Yeah.
So then, I tried to get into the music program and they didn't accept me, so they put me in the art program. And I was like, well, you know what? After that, I'm going to get into DJing. So that was 1992. I started DJing, and I was actually, my cousin set me up with a battle for me to battle this old guy that swore he was nice. So I actually battled him at a black party and end up winning his 1200s because I was the bet was I was up his 1200s.
Oh shit!
I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Did you have like a crew with you backing you up? Because I
had my cousin. My cousin. The thing was, my cousin was vouching for me to battle this guy. You know what I'm saying? So and he kind of knew like I had the talent to do it. So I used to go to his crib after high school. I used to go to his crib and practice till like 10 o'clock every day.
Mm.
You know, so that was like my homework for me, at the time. So
That's crazy.
So that's how I got my first pair of 12s. And then moving forward to 1996, I had a classmate, shout out to my man Gabe Rodriguez. Like, he was the first guy that had a 3000. I used to go to his crib in the Heights every day after school and watch him make beats. And then when they dropped the 2000, I end up borrowing my friend's 2000 for like 2 months, and then I gave it back, and then I had somebody actually buy me 2000.
You said somebody. It must have. It was a girl. It was.
No, it wasn't a girl. No, it wasn't.
Yes,
it wasn't.
Were you just like, yo, buy me this shit now?
Nah. Because what it was.
Hold on. The DJ Static has that effect, like the Prince of Darkness for real. Like he's like, Brother's Darkness over here. He's smooth too. He's super smooth. He probably had some young shorty. Some young girl back in the day buy that 2000 for you. Come on, bro. That's what he said. Somebody. He's like, yeah, somebody bought it for me. He's drinking his drink right now. I'm telling the truth right now. It's okay, man. It was back 20 some odd years ago. Just say false, the girl bought you the 2000.
Nah, it wasn't the girl.
Okay.
Moving forward, so I had this crew that I was down with, and they needed somebody to do production for them. So he said, you know what? You deserve to get an MP. I'm going to get you an MP. So he got me an MPC 2000. And I made him a few beats. So to this day, I told him to this day, if he ever decide to get back into music and want beats, I told him I got him. Because, he didn't have to do that.
He's the reason why you kind of stepped into the production realm?
No. My boy Gabe Rodriguez was the reason why. Because I used to go to his crib. Right. Yeah. I used to go to the crib and watch him. Like, I used to have remember those chairs, like in kindergarten, it was like a wooden chair that you sit?
Yeah, absolutely. I got two of them shits for my kids.
Right. See? So I had to sit on that chair while he sat on the big comfortable chair. So I was just basically a student just watching him, Man. And then one time he had me make a beat on there on 3000. I was like, yeah, you know what? This is it.
Man. So you started off on, so your first machine that you own was the 2000.
2000. Before that, I learned on 3000.
Man. Okay.
Okay. All right. So you were on a 3000 before you were on the 2000. Because I think when I met you, I forgot what year it was. I don't know. It was the early 2000s. Mm-hmm. And I met you through Charlemagne. Shouts to Charlemagne.
Yeah.
That's my mentor. Shout out there.
Yeah. Shouts to Charlemagne.
The great Charlemagne.
Yes, sir.
The real Charlemagne.
I don't even know what you were using back then, but I know I was on a 2000 XL. I think you were on a 2000. That was the 2000. That was the 2000 XL Reason Rewire days, I think.
Approaching those days, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Approaching those days, right.
Yeah, like before then, everything was strictly like 2000. Like my whole sample, like it, I was forced to do it. And then before Reason, I had to buy a module. I bought a Roland 5080. Back then, everybody wanted to get to get the Triton. I was like, nah, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna just get the 5080, and I started learning how to play.
5080 was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to be like Pharrell and use stock sounds?
Nah.
No? Okay.
Nah, man, because everybody had it. That's the thing. Everybody had the Triton, so I didn't want to sound like everybody else. So,
and that's what, like 99, 2000. I think the Triton. That was when the Triton was like real heavy.
I had a Triton.
I think everybody had a Triton.
I had a Triton, and then I figured out that Pharrell had it, and I was like, "This is no good." And then I got the Motif. But anyway,
I remember when you had the Motif. Yeah. Didn't you have the Yamaha? No, didn't you have the Roland RP 8000 for a little bit? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
No, I definitely did not have that machine.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Roland's MPC gimmick.
Gimmick, yeah.
It was horrible. My cousin had one of those shits. I was like, what is that big? And it was like big monstrosity. It was like goofy looking. But Static, I had a question, Stat. So I had a 3000, and you said you came up on a 3000, learning how to, and then you copped 2000. What's the reason why? Because there is a distinct sound, a different sound between the two machines. But was there a reason why you decided to get the 2000 instead of copping the 3000?
Because that 3,000 was very expensive.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front, man.
You could have copped like a used one. You could have went to
Now,
Rogue Music.
Eddie, back in those days, right? That 3,000 at that time, when the 2,000 came out, the 3,000 never came down in price.
That's right.
That is true. I guess I wouldn't know that because my manager, shout out to Eric Peace at the time, bought me. I had a 3,000. I had the
The black joint.
the black one. Yeah,
See, and that was even more money than the regular one.
it was. I believe it was like $3,500.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question because I never used the 3000, but I
Mhm.
remember when you were chopping samples on a 2000 XL, when you were chopping samples, you were able to see the waveform.
Right.
On a 3000, you were not able to see the waveform. It was just
No.
numbers.
Great
Numbers.
point. Great
Yeah.
point. React. Yeah. I was going to say this. I was thinking the same thing, but you definitely stole the thunder. So was that a main factor?
No, because I was really good with doing it with numbers. I was always good with the ear.
Right.
As far as how I slice my samples,
Mhm.
So, when the 2000 came out, I wasn't really like, that's when Wave was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, 3000, it was SMD files,
Yes, it was. Yes. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then when we moved to 2000, it was SMD and Wave. So we started getting into Wave at that time.
That's
But it
interesting.
made it easier though.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this: the sound was not as good as the 3000. I will say that
The sound quality on the 3000 was fucking incredible.
it was different. It was much warm.
Yep.
Yep.
I agree.
For sure.
And this is coming from a guy who I had the 60 and then the 62.
Oh yeah, the 62. Yeah, I remember the 62.
Yeah.
I remember the 62.
I think
then
that was before I met you, though. I think.
And then
yeah.
and then remember the 62. I think the 62 was the one that didn't filter unless you had like a special chip for it.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I always thought that was interesting that the wavelength and seeing the wavelength, because I always thought that was strange to me, because like I said, I had the 60 and then the 62 and then the 3000.
Mhm.
And I think in between that I had the I had the 1200 and the 950. So it was always numbers.
Numbers,
But-
right?
Yeah, but I thought it was weird seeing the wavelength for the first time. And I wasn't used to it when I saw it. I wasn't used to it at all. So
But you also remember the 2000 had the numbers as well as the Wave.
it did. So were you, sometimes were you caught in looking at the numbers as opposed to seeing it in a wave form, or was it messing with you, or no?
No, because I still at that time I was still using numbers, and I always went by the ear.
Right.
Because remember, we always went by ear, so the Wave thing was cool. Which is, if you really think about it, I'm gonna raise an interesting point.
Yeah.
Like music back in the days, and I call it perfect imperfections. Even though you could be like a note, probably like far off, but it felt great.
Yeah.
As opposed to like now, you look at the Wave and then looks off. You could like put it on, but it doesn't feel right.
Right.
So that's why with numbers, it was like, all right, and you have to trust your ear.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's basically how I came up. We had to listen to it. I just thought that, once the 2000 came along, because I had a 2000 as well. I just thought it was weird. Like, wow, here's the wavelength, but I found myself never looking at it really.
See, here's a quick funny story. So the 3000, right? You had to do numbers, right? So it used to be Gabe, my boy Steve, myself, and shout out to my man Nestor, right? Because he was a big record collector. We used to like make beats, right? But the key thing was when you stopped the MPC, you had to make sure there wasn't no tail at the end.
Yes. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Remember that?
Yeah, he used to drive me. Yeah, absolutely.
And you had you had to tap the joint twice for it to shut up.
Yeah, yes. I can't believe you just brought that up.
Yeah. So they used to, like, Gabe and Steve used to always get on me about, like, yo, man, you need to edit the end of your samples, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
Yeah.
I started doing that a lot more. So now, like, when I stop it, it just stops. So when I started doing that a lot, people start like, yo, man, how you make your joint just stop like that? Like, your joint just don't run off. Like, I was like, yo, I always edit the tail, but I always edit the tail where it's not even like a clip after it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because I had a 3000. Like when I first had it, I used to let it tail off, and then I was realizing that I was using like 2 discs to save,
Right.
just unnecessary chops that we didn't truncate down.
Exactly.
And I was like, why am I using 2? And like, where I could just cut the sample, stop being lazy, and then save space.
Now, let me ask you this. What was the memory on your 3000? How many seconds you had to sample on mono versus stereo?
I believe it was a minute, bruh. The 3000 was a minute. It was 60 seconds, I believe. Do I have it wrong? I don't think I do.
I think, if you had it maxed out, right?
Yeah,
maxed out. I think it was a minute.
Yeah, I had my shit. Yeah, I had the special edition one. I had the black joint. That shit was. It was
that black one was sexy. I ain't gonna front, man.
Yeah, I had the special edition, man. Once again, shouts to Eric Peace, man. My former manager, man. He bought it for me completely because I begged for it. Basically, I was like, I'm not gonna produce anything unless I have the proper equipment, and the only proper equipment I want is this 3000. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, what about the 1200 that you've been using? I was like, because I had a 1200, I had a SP 1200 and 950, and my 1200 used to overheat like you would not believe, bro. Burn the place down. Yeah. With that being said, who were your first inspirations as far as producing and beats? Like, what were you listening to and what really struck a chord with you?
I'll say Dilla.
Wow.
Premier and Pete Rock.
The Dilla influence is definitely prominent in a lot of your shit, just because of the way you chop samples. Personally, like, I've never heard anybody chop shit. You're like one of those guys, bro.
Yeah.
You're in like the Mount Rushmore of like
chopping samples.
Right, exactly. Chopping samples. You're in the Mount Rushmore of chopping samples, 100%.
For all the people out there, is there like do you have that battle where you chopped up Billie Jean?
Oh my God!
In 6 different. It had to be either 5 or 6 different ways.
Was it Billie Jean or was it Exorcist?
Yeah, I believe it was Billie Jean.
Was it the one that Just Blaze was hosting?
I believe React might have the audio. Do you have the audio?
Yeah. There's no reason to love me. This is the #1 tune. Y'all see what up? Spread love movement right now. Yeah, Quali and Jean Grey. Woo, Dave, I like that. I like the way that sound, I like the way it feels. Yeah, blacksmith music. My man Static on the track, New York City. That's what you've been looking for. Yo, how well you know Grilla? We getting more Skrilla, we keepin' more Triller, cause we still the realest ones. We keep our names buzzing. They like, when you're coming out, the illest bitters in the game, we the ones. Quali and Jean Grey, just stop at the mean face. Every time we drop another classic, we the ones. And we flipping them.
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
Exactly.
Yo, listen.
DJ Static. Man, yo,
Listen, we got DJ Static at the chop shop right now.
Yes, man. Man, yo.
This guy.
This
fucking guy.
So can I tell you a story about that beat?
Yes, please.
So the drums is only 4 sounds.
What?
Hey,
the drums is only 4 sounds. Kick, snare, hi-hat, and
the
it was like a hi-hat. Or it was like an open hi-hat. Everything else was all Michael Jackson chops. So you figure 64. So it was like 60 chops.
How many chops?
Yo, that is
60.
60.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
That's insane.
Wait a second. All right.
That is insane.
We're remote right now. So I don't know if I misheard you or you were being serious. Did you say 16 or 60? 60.
60.
60.
So think about it.
So
right?
did you max out? Did you max out the MPC, like all the banks?
Yeah, I had like at the time I had 300, but also keep in mind I sampled all that in mono.
Oh my God,
no,
that's
I
insane.
sampled that on mono. So
I quit.
Think about it. 16 pads.
Yep.
times 4. And then you take away 4 for the drums. That gives you 60. So imagine having to like go through each bank to kind of hit the, you know what I'm saying? And then I did every sequence was 2 bars.
Oh my God.
So I had altogether, I want to say I had like 15 sequences.
And what's crazy is that beat was for a battle. It was a battle beat. You are so methodical when it comes to chopping samples. Did it always start off that way, or did you have a mentor that sort of led you in that way? Or
all right, so when I first started, I mean, I was taking like different pieces from different records. Till one day I heard a Doug Infinite beat tape. And I was like, God damn.
shout out to Doug Infinite.
Shout out to Doug.
Yeah, Doug Infinite, ill producer for Common.
Yeah, I heard Doug's chop samples. It was samples that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I damn near wanted to throw my MPC away, man.
Man.
You know,
Doug
so
Infinite,
then so because of him, man, I was like, yeah, you know what? I need to start shredding shit instead of just like taking certain pieces.
Back to the beat battles, bro. Let's talk about the beat battles, because when I came up as a DJ, it was scratch, 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 juggle, 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 battle, battle, battle. I remember going to one. I think I went to one. I don't know if I went to one with you or EJ, or I don't know who. I don't know where I was. It was at the Pyramid. I don't know. You remember the Pyramid? I don't know who I was with. Anyways, it doesn't make a difference. How did you get in the beat battle scene? Like, break it down for people who don't really understand what a beat battle is, because, you know, to the casual eye, it's just somebody standing on stage pressing buttons. You know what I mean? So
basically, beat battles like more like something like it's kind of like a mini sound clash, but with instruments.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, like where I came up, right? Shout out to New Rican.
Wow. Yeah.
Used to have New Rican, remember?
Yeah.
That's where I started my beat battles.
Wow.
And what we did, we brought our NPCs. Unlike today's, I'm not sure, you know, we brought our NPC. Whatever we made our beats on, we brought it to New Rican, hooked it up to this mixer, and basically, you know, you had 8 producers, and basically they would just battle whoever, and whoever lost just basically left.
Whoever lost had to leave without their MP. it should have been like that,
or a 1200 if you're DJ Static.
Yeah,
right. Just leave your shit.
Static was taking fucking everybody's 1200s.
Man, Static had like a stack of 12 NPCs in the corner of his room. Like, So you bring your MPC, and then what? You load up the fucking zip drive or floppy disk, right? Whatever you had back then.
Mm-hmm.
If you had the zip drive,
but React, even before that, how did you even come to think about beat battling? Like,
right?
Like who got you into beat battling, or what? How'd you even know about it?
Somebody told me about it. They said, yo, come down to New Rican. Right? So, you know, I took that drive out there. You know, I was a spectator. I heard what I heard. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to join the next one.
I'm bringing my shit to next week.
Yeah. Let me know. Let me know. Pencil me in, brother.
Yeah. So, you know, I have this guy, the guy that was running it named Rocky LaMontagne. Shout out to him. So one of my people went up to him and was like, yo, listen, man, my man wanted to get in the next one. And then he told me, like, all right, cool. We're going to have one in 2 weeks. And I said, all right, cool, no problem. So I prepped. Now, mind you, being that I come from a DJ background, it was basically beat juggling, but on the MPC.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I took that mentality and I implemented it in, especially with the skill I had, like chopping. I had kind of like bridged everything together. And, you know, one thing I noticed that people were like flipping different genres of beats with the same sample. So I was like, you know what? I got a surprise for these motherfuckers.
Who the fuck is this?
That's how he walked in. Dick swinging, walking in the building.
Static came in floating with fog behind him, and the shit said, "Who the fuck?" Floating in with his cool ass and shit. Cool ass Isaac Hayes ass motherfucker
pulled up in a Cadillac.
You know those NBA suits. Remember the old school NBA suits?
You pulled up like Clyde Frazier. DJ Static, wheeling and dealing.
Pulled up in there, yo. People was looking at me crazy, like, yo, who is this basketball black ass dude, yo?
Static had a fur coat on from the mink from head to toe,
dishing and swishing,
floating it in. but I can see you like at the back of that old DJ, the first DJ battle that you didn't participate in, just looking like I'm coming next week and I'm going to destroy everybody and this shit.
I'm not going to hold you. That battle, dude, I was nervous as hell. Like my cousin told me, like, yo, just treat it as if you're still in the bedroom DJing. Don't even look at the crowd if you don't have to. Just treat it as if you're in your bedroom doing what you do, and you're going to win. And he was right. You
were like a pioneer of it when it first started. It always intrigues me, still to this day, about beat battles and just performing live with your beats on stage. Because I've been in the game for a while, but I've never done that. I would never now. Obviously, at my age, like I'm not battling nobody. There's all these beat battles. You get Gauntlet and you got Ski Beats. With his battles and it's just different platforms and I just can never pull myself to do it. Like I've been asked to do it a million times. I'm like, are you kidding me? First of all, I'm not getting smoked by anybody, and then I have to release some music like 2 weeks later, a month later, be like, oh, that nigga got dusted. I'm not listening to his music. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a risk. Yeah, that's the fear that I would have about, that I've always had about entering battles. Like, just my luck. I'm gonna have to end up battling DJ Static or something like that, or Theory Has It. Shouts Theory Has It, or Landscape, or
Iceman.
Yeah, the Ice.
Or Blackheart. Or Blackheart.
Yeah, Blackheart, and just get demolished after beat battling, stuff like that. You had mentioned you were mentored, like when we talked off the air. Charlemagne, the real Charlemagne, was your mentor. Can you just give us a little background about that story, how you met him?
I think I met him through this kid named Latin.
Okay.
Latin always told Charlemagne about me, so he heard the record I did with one of Latin's artists. I think his name was Dayton. When he heard that, Charlemagne was like, I gotta meet this guy. So I went to the studio over there by Weed Avenue. I came there with this beat CD, and he heard what I was doing, and he was just like, yo, I'm very impressed, bro. Like, I was listening to his sound too, and I was just like, yo, I was really fond of him a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was a good dude too. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, very humble.
He also, he helped me get some placements, man. Like the placement he helped me get was the Governor record, Move Easy.
Wow.
So yeah, he got me that placement. And actually, too, he got me the placement with Kweli.
That's crazy.
The Billie Jean shit?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Charlemagne was the one that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Charlemagne was the one that walked into Kweli, because at the time he was working with Kweli too.
He was working. Yeah, he worked with Kweli for a little bit too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and to be clear, everybody out there, we are not talking about Charlemagne the God. We are talking about the real Charlemagne music producer from New York City.
From the Boogie Down.
No shade. He produced for Jay-Z,
Cameron,
Jay-Z,
right, Cameron, right. CNN,
Missy,
right, CNN, yeah, Missy Elliott, yeah,
Jermaine Dupri,
yeah, so,
CNN. Like he has a nice list.
Multi-platinum music producer.
Yeah,
absolutely. So yeah, we're talking about him. So you met Charlemagne, and you basically started building with him.
Mm-hmm. Now let me just throw something in there. But before I got with Charlemagne, okay. I was part of a group called Stronghold, and that consisted of Breeze Ever Flowing, Lifelong, Self-Index.
God, are you serious?
Yes. This is the part that people don't know, that I have to throw it in there. I was actually the DJ for that whole group.
Wait a second. Hold on. Back in the day, me and Breeze did a record together. I was in high school, bro. And I remember going to a studio on Tremont Avenue in the Bronx. I did a mixtape called The Art of the Turntable. And Breeze and my boy Ulysses, who rapped at the time, shouts to Unice. His name was Unice back then. Him and Breeze did a record together. And this was like 99. That's initially how I met Breeze. And I was hyped because Breeze was doing the MTV battles, and I was like, yo, I'm fucking 16 years old and I'm working with somebody who's on MTV. Like, this dude is he's eating people on MTV weekly, and I'm 16, 17 years old in the studio doing a record with him. Like, you know, it was crazy to me at the time. And then when I met you and I found out that you worked with him, I sent you a picture the other day. I was scrolling through my vinyl and I was like, yo, this shit is,
right.
It's crazy because it says it right on the back. Hold on. You got continue the conversation. Hold on. I got to pull it out.
So check this out. So the funny thing is this, right? I used to work for Delia's down by West 4th Street, right? So I used to always run into Breeze. So basically, I used to always go to West 4th and gave him beat tapes. And then, you know, one day I gave him a beat tape and then he was like, yo, man, I want to use 3 joints off. I want to use 3 joints off this beat tape and print out a wax with this label called Detonator Records. So I was geeked because I was like, wow, I could actually hear my production on wax now. And that's, you know, crazy. It's a record that React is holding right now. You know, I produced Profiles, which was off a Ramsey Lewis sample. And also I produced what's that? You got that. There's Saki. I did Saki as well. And with Acrobatic
Saki is on here.
Yeah, Saki's on there. And then Grain. Yep. So I did those three joints right there.
Yep. All 3 are on this vinyl right here.
Yo,
vinyl was given to me when I worked with Breeze back in like 99. Before I met you, I worked with him.
That was Detonator Records. Am I lying?
No, this was 2000 Detonator Records. So it wasn't 2000. I'm sorry, It was 2000. That's when I met him.
Just amazing, man. Like underground classics, bro. For real. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting back to Charlemagne. Did he usher in? You know, these artists for you, or we just politicking?
Yeah. So how it worked was like, you know, like I will bring him a CD of joints that I've done, and then he will also make a CD of joints that he done, and then he will take it up to the labels and play them. And you know, work it out from there. But I appreciate him for it because, like, you know, he was able to take a chance on me to, you know, showcase my talent. Like,
Once again, shout out the Charlemagne, man. Get that guy. That guy deserves his flowers, man. I mean, I'm sure he has the plaques to show for it and everything.
Oh yeah, he does.
You know, another unsung producer that we will have on the Chop Shop soon. But man, it's just a dope story. With that being said, too, about, you know, having mentors, DITC, digging in the crates.
Okay.
You are affiliated with DITC. I know that to be true. And how'd you guys meet up? You know, Lord Finesse and Buck Wild and all those guys. How'd you meet up with all those guys?
I want to say through Reef Hustle. There was a showcase I was at. And Buck Wild was there. Yeah, he was saying like, yo, man, bro, you're incredible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one day come to the studio, whatnot. So, you know, at the time I was living in Parkchester. I used to go up to the studio, whatnot. And here's a funny story. I played my flip of Tom Jones in front of Arsonist.
The Carlton shit? It's not unusual.
Yeah.
You flipped that?
No. It was another song. It was another song that Tom Jones had. Yeah, nah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, it was another song. So then it was, you know, had to change ups and everything. I remember Buck was like, yo, Static, I need you to play that Tom Jones joint. So then I remember Austin was in the room when he heard it. And I kind of caught a little shade from him because he was just like, he was like tight. And Buck Wild was like, yo, bro. Because I think what happened was Austin was playing joints, and Buck was like, you know, Buck was like, yo, it was cool, you know, it's all right. Yeah. All right, it was cool.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we talking about the arsonist from the Heat Makers?
Right.
Oh,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when Buck Wild played my joint, it was like, yo, you could tell he had shade. So
So after that, you met the rest of the crew, or you started taking you around, you started hanging out with Buck?
So then I met Lord Finesse in Parkchester, right? But shout out to my homegirl Stony. And so Stony one time had me go to his crib. You remember my face because I was at his crib. And Stony told me about, she made the introduction. So one time I saw Lord Finesse in Parkchester, and then me and him, I was like, yeah, I know Buck, right? And he said, where you know Buck? I was like, yeah. If you call Buck right now, Buck will tell you. So he called Buck, and Buck was like, yo, bro, that's the guy right there, bro. He dope. And the rest was history after that.
For people who do not know, and new listeners, Buck Wild, and Lord Finesse and DITC, the whole crew. Shouts to DITC, Fat Joe, Andre the Giant, Showbiz,
and OG. Shout out to him too.
Yes, OG, OC. You know what I'm
OC.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just and Diamond D. How can we ever forget Diamond D?
For those who don't know DJ Static, he is also the tour DJ for an underground hip hop legend, Immortal Technique. How did that come about? Was it like an organic type of thing, or did somebody introduce you guys?
So, Technique was also part of Stronghold.
Oh, okay. Makes sense now. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So what happened, Joe, shout out to DJ G.I. Joe. He was his original DJ.
Mm-hmm.
It was DP1, then he gave it to Joe.
Shouts to DP1 and G.I. Joe.
Yeah. And G.I. Joe. Yeah. Those are the homies, man. Those are my brothers.
Yeah, DP is really good people, man. Yeah, I haven't spoken to him in a while, but yeah, DP's a good one for sure.
So something happened with Joe. I'm not even going to get into it, but something happened with Joe where he had to he got into a situation.
Right.
So Technique was looking for a DJ. So Poison Pen basically said, like, well, why don't you get Static? I mean, he's part of the crew, why not? So then Tech called me up, was like, yo, listen, I need you to come to the show. I need you to do my set. And I was like, all right, cool. So I just jetted out to Brooklyn and did his set. And he gave me $100 just to do a 15-minute set. And he was like, yo, listen, we're going to talk. Then he hit me the next day. He was like, yo, listen, I had such and such. And he broke it down to me. He was like, yo, listen, man, the fact that you came through on a whim,
right,
it says a lot about me. I want you to be my DJ. I want you to be my tour DJ.
And you guys have been all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. Immortal Technique, underground legend. I think we need that album, man. Like, do you ever? How do you even approach him, or I know he has to hear in your hotel room when he's coming in for a second, just like, what the fuck?
So here's the thing, right? Technique just has a certain style that he stick with, right? I think my style for him is a little more like musical, more aggressive, like very, very, very aggressive. But lately was
but you have a plethora of joints.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do anything.
No, the funny thing is the whole crew asks the same question. The crew inside the crew asks the same question. And it's been going on for a while. But I will say that this dude came to my crib the other day and he picked 5 beats for me. And I think one of them's going to have RJ Payne on it. Quiet as kept.
Oh, man. Okay. Wow. See,
I will tell you this, though. I mean, I have been working with Chino XL.
Wow. A legend. Chino XL, for real. That's really dope. I just I'm looking forward to, I mean, like, I always thought that, I'm like, wow, he's DJing for him and he's with him on the road for like 2 weeks at a time with Immortal Technique. And I'm just like, when are we getting that? And I would love to hear that. You have a special relationship with Redman. How the hell did you meet Redman, and how did that even happen?
All right, so I went to Chicago with Immortal Technique, Poison Pen, and the crew.
Yep.
And on the same bill was Redman and Method Man. They had Cameron. They had 2 other people that was there.
Right.
I went to go make a thumb drive of beats on the side. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give Redman one, and I'm gonna give one to Method Man. I was like, yo, man, how am I gonna get this thumb drive to them? So then my man Sway was like, yo, man, because Sway been working with Method Man.
Right.
So then Sway pulled me in and was like, yo, man, I want you to meet one of the best producers that you're gonna hear in New York. I'm like, Sway, like, come on now, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, Sway, come on.
Don't say that. Come on, bro.
Yeah, man. So then I met Redman and I met Method Man. We took pictures together. I was like, yo, I gave them both a thumb drive. That was Saturday, right? Next Sunday, I'm here driving. I forgot where I was driving from. I was driving home. 7 in the morning, I get a call from Rockwilder.
Wait a minute. 7 in the morning, you get a call from the Rockwilder?
Yeah, the Rockwilder on Sunday. And he was like, yo, man. He hits me. I was like, yo, man, Redman trying to get your number. I'm trying to holler at you. I said, all right, cool, give me my number.
How'd you meet Rockwilder?
Rockwilder, it's funny. I met Rockwilder before Redman. He used to go to, Catcher Lounge, and he used to showcase his beats and stuff. And then he also heard me play, and he was like, yo, he was amazed.
Yeah. For people who don't know, Rockwilder, one of the greatest producers on the planet, legendary producer. I mean, legendary. Jay-Z, Redman, Missy Elliott, Christine Aguilera, the list goes on. Like, just Google Rockwilder. All right, so continue.
So I get another call from Redman, and he was like, yo, bro, what are you doing with your life? I said, what you mean? It's like, yo, man, I got them thumb drives. I went through them beats, bro. Yo, bro, what the fuck are you doing with your life? That's exactly what he said.
Wow.
He said, yo, man, I'm just making music. That's it. He said, yo, man, we're going to do a joint together. I said, okay, cool. Then fast forward, we did this record called Banger. Now, what I did with Banger was I took Rockwilder's, the Rockwilder.
Wow. And
I just took like the beginning parts and I flipped that. I sent it to Redman like 2 in the morning. Redman hits me back like 2:30 in the morning. Like, yo, we are using this. I'm gonna let Rockwilder know that we're using this, and that's that. We're using
like the very beginning of the boom boom that the very beginning part of the Rockwilder when it's the intro part.
It's a banger. You see it. Bang your head against the wall and then come on. Bang your head against the wall and then come on.
Seriously, the king of the ReSwing. What's your inspiration behind the whole remix? Because that's a lost art too, man. I think people aren't remixing records. That used to be really big.
I can explain to you why that's gone now. Remember back in the days, when you heard the original, the remix was a whole different beat, and then you have more artists, right? You got to think about it like this. So now they caught on to it, and what they said was, well, you know what? To keep the same algorithm so that people can still get paid, let's start using the same beat and just put different artists on there. So that way, it's still the same algorithm for them to collect money.
No, that makes sense. For everybody who doesn't really know, please go to DJ Static's Instagram, DJ Static 222 on Instagram, and just enjoy your day. and his ReSwings, man, his ReSwings remixes, how he's taking classic records, man, and just obliterating them. like for real, like it just, and the one you just posted, Stevie Wonder joint is definitely beautiful. Even caught the attention at one point in time, just recently, of DJ Jazzy Jeff, during his sets, man, like he literally just shouted you out, like, and was playing your records like faithfully as you did them like a night before. I know it to be true because you gave it to me. He was like, and then the next day I'm looking at Jazzy Jeff's set and he's playing your records. I was like, he's gonna get invited to the playlist, whatever Jeff has, the playlist retreat, which he needs to bring back, and then invite me as well, because I don't want to be left out. I just want to be a fly on the wall. Jeff, please. I want to be like Static too. But yeah, man, that's just an honor when you hear DJs like Jazzy, like literally playing your records the minute you do them, man. How did that even come about? Like,
well, I have a feeling that Gene Brown has something to do with it. I think Gene Brown kind of like told him about me, and then Jeff went to my page, and then what caught his attention was the Let's Get It On remix.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah, crazy flip. Yeah, like he actually started off one of his sets with you. I think I called you up. I was like, yo, he's playing your joint.
Speaking of flips, can we get into some joints?
Absolutely. The 222 beat tape. It has one of my favorite flips on it ever.
Oh yeah, Get Fresh With Us. Yeah, that was off a commercial.
Fresh with us.
You can get butter. Oh my! Get fresh with us.
Dog.
Oh my god,
bro!
Ladies and gentlemen, man, DJ Static, man, this is what I'm talking about. Like this, like
that record. That's the first time I ever heard that shit. So.
Oh man, Merry Christmas, React. Jesus, just run it back again, just to
Fresh with us.
is this?
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
DJ
That's
Static.
bananas.
Oh my god. This is what the Chop Shop is all about, man. It can't get any better than this, man. For real, man. Like that's what I'm talking about. It's simplicity, but just it's organized, no confusion and noise. For real, it's just beautiful, bro. That's DJ Static right there, man. And then we have the other joints, man. He is the ReSwing king, but he is the chop master too, for real.
Oh, we're not done.
Oh my god, yes. Talk about theme music right here. Oof. Yo, this is how Static enters the building.
Mean.
With the black mink coat. With for people who don't know, Static is one of the coolest people I know. So he walks in with the fur coat, with the Spike Lee camera floating in. We all know the Spike Lee camera, and he's just like the fur behind it, the fog behind him. That's how he enters the building.
Yo, Eddie, listen to this part right here. Listen to what he did with the gate. Ready?
Oh my god. Insane.
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
DJ Static.
Just this is I can't say it enough. This is what
straight slappers.
Yes, man.
Slappers.
Since you saved my soul, I am blessed. So I can tell the world.
Oh my god. Yo, I think I need this played at my funeral, people. If I die before y'all, hey man, make sure you play this joint at my shit. I'm dead ass serious, B. Yo, you think I'm playing?
Those chops crazy.
Craziness.
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
DJ Static.
Dude,
Man.
I got no words, man. I'm done.
So that the trip to Georgia,
Oh yeah, that's the record I mentioned earlier.
that tour Afterlife was like my experience going on tour, and you know, there's a skit on there called the Return from IHOP skit. I hate the IHOP. I'm sorry. I had IHOP every fucking day. And I just want to say that I hate IHOP. I never want to eat that shit again.
Yo, that beat tape was insane.
It was basically beats I'd made while I was on tour.
Genius.
That explains it. What you said to me, that you do your dopest music on the road.
Yeah, genius, bro.
Nah, that's the IHOP skit. I was like, yeah, fuck IHOP. But trip to Southern Georgia to me was like trip to Southern Georgia was just kind of ill to me. It's very different and very.
Lost my love in Southern Georgia.
Oh God, where is this going?
Oh, you know where it's going. Insanity.
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
DJ Static.
What's the plan, man? What do you got going on? Future endeavors for DJ Static.
I am currently working on a Patreon for people to join if they want these ReSwings.
Very good. And Bandcamp. Plug the Bandcamp.
And Bandcamp. Yeah, and Bandcamp. So I got a remix album on Bandcamp. So
Dope. Yeah, we'll put the link in the show description so everybody could tap in for you. Everybody who listens to the show could just go to the show description and tap in. Are you working with any artists right now? Or are you signing are you signing non-disclosure agreements nowadays?
Yeah, you see that? You hear that laugh?
Yeah, I know.
The sinister laugh.
Yeah, over here sounding like the Count from Sesame Street.
all right, let me just get to the chase about that and how that and the ReSwing kind of like met. For every artist that say, "Yo, let's work," I could have like 3 mansions right now.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
It's amazing.
And you know,
Yo, let's work. Let's link. Let's
right,
build.
all that. And then my thing is like, you know, you're not gonna outwork me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Of
know,
course
and
not.
and my favorite line is, "Yo, let's work. Yo, come to the crib." Yo, I can't make it. It's like, well, if I had a check for $1 million, you'll find a way to get up to my crib. You would. If an artist is serious, that's one thing. You know what I mean? But you know, a lot of people got talent, but the work ethic is not there. And I can't wait because you want to take a pause in life. You know, I gotta wait, or whenever you feel like you want to get back to rhyme and we gotta make music. No, I'm not waiting for you. That's not how that works.
Work ethic is a big deal for real. So I understand. Let's get into this Yao joint.
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
DJ Static.
Yes. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. That's DJ Static and Eddie James, but more importantly, that is DJ Static right there, man. You made the record, bro. Here's another one. Man, turn our shit up. Turn it up. That's Static. Them basses riding.
DJ Static.
That's the magic, man. Like this guy, what I tell you, man, is a legend, legend in the making. Get this man his flowers while he is here, man. Like, can't say it enough, man. This gentleman is amazing.
Very classy guy.
Yes. And I will say this, man, for the record, that we will be releasing some music together. DJ Static, myself, the sinister Mint Plus, and the funkiest Negro on the planet, Divine Drummer.
Stankin'
Dookie.
The four of you are putting out an album
Yes,
together?
we are. We are. It is definitely happening.
It's breaking news, people.
But we are definitely releasing a beat tape, and it's coming soon. I promise you. And I'm excited about that.
I can't wait for that shit.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. So, yeah, man. I mean, that's the magic that happens right there, man. DJ Static, man, you are above and beyond. One of the classiest gentlemen I know, one of the coolest people I know, and just a great friend. I appreciate you for coming on the show with us, Chop Shop.
Nah, thank you for having me, man. Real talk, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank y'all for having me and having this interview. Like, this is dope, and I wish y'all nothing but success on this too. Like, as you move forward with
thank you, pal.
with other producers.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, we're praying. We're praying to the podcast gods that.
I think we should wrap with a DJ Static record.
Absolutely.
What do you think there, pal? All right.
Yeah.
Let's run it. Here you go. There we go.
Oh my
Story time,
God.
kids. Yeah. Y'all tucked in? Okay.
Yo.
Oh my God, this record.
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
DJ Static.
Story time, kids. Yeah. Y'all tucked in? Here we go. 4 years tied up with a broken heartstring, neatly in a photo, with more tears to fill a draft cup up to the brim. Had been moving solo. You were out way before it ended. You were never mine to begin with. How was I so blind? I was in it. I was still in love, you were finished. But see the way you scandalized my name with random lies. I know you love me still. You keep my name in your mouth like it's lunchtime. It ain't no punchline. We laughed and cried. Our paths divide. But ooh, I know you love me still. You burn me, but I still wish you good luck in your journey. Hold up. Wait a minute, think back. Well, this is all my fault. My first mistake was I should've never loved you more than I love myself. Thought if I could heal you, I could heal me too. Maybe find a real me in you. And I'm sorry, I should've never put that pressure on you. Should've known better, should've never let you in. Should've never gave you that ride home. Should've never got addicted to your laugh. Smile with the gap that'll match mine. And Mel cast on, and in his beauty I would bask. So hold up, wait, I need a flash. Fill that thing up with that brown water. I'm about to splash. Pools full of liquor and I'm diving in it. Dug in my plane and found a diamond in it. But see the way you scandalize my name with random lies. I know you love me still. Cause you keep my name in your mouth like it's lunchtime. It ain't no punchline. You laughed and cried. Our past divide. But ooh, I know you love me still. You burn me. But I still wish you good luck on your journey.
I think I love my wife. I gotta tell Chris Rock. But a few days ago, girl told me to kick rocks. My heart used to race, now it's a pit stop. But in the end, she missing my Alfred Hitchcock. Running to her girls like, he did this. He ain't spending no money on our weekend trip. I ain't rich, baby, I ain't got Gucci in the closet. From all this stress, you're making me an alcoholic. Like, why, oh why? Like, why, oh why? Why you gotta treat it like this? Yes, she was trying to destroy your brother, but we just think I can't be your lover. I done moved on, back on my grind, and she looked surprised like her credit card declined. Yeah, that's me, in that Range Rover. The game's over, the payola got the chain colder. Look at him. Now you can hate, baby, from the sidelines, and I'ma stay flexing like I'm hot 9. And smoking bud that you see on High Times. Red man and I'm about mine.
But see the way you scandalize my name with random lies. I know you love me still. Cause you keep my name in your mouth like it's lunchtime. It ain't no punchline. You laughed and cried. Our paths divide. But ooh, I know you love me still. You burn me. But I still wish you good luck on the journey. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Red man is in the building. X and Sean in the building. DJ Static in the building.